recently, if anyone checked out the YouTube, I released a bunch where it was under the hacker's memory. So let's look at the beginning trailer of that, shall we? And also, I'm joined by Jesse.
I'm the antagonist of the series.
Yeah, he has always been. He's actually my good friend who we hang out and we just sort of like chill. Just here is the Twitch so you can watch from there. I think it'll crash if I try to stream through Discord.
There is a slight delay, but I'm more focused on the assistant with the deadpan eyes.
Yep,
Hello, nurse.
I'm gonna leave that running for a bit, and you're free to do whatever you want because, again, I am not a PG channel or a child friendly channel.
Perfect. Now I can post all the dirty memes.
Why?
Hmm?
But have you ever experienced Digimon?
Uh, I mean, I won't say that I've never experienced Digimon, but I've never actually played a Digimon game. Like,
Have you seen the
I
anime?
I have seen the first season of the first anime, like when they were in the Digimon world, all the way to completion. I
Oh,
saw
Knives and I have
the
done that.
I have seen the second one when TK and Kari were 3 years older and they had new Digidestined all the way to completion. I tried to get into Tamers, but after a while, scheduling issues made it so I couldn't watch it when it was on, so I gave up. Um, I saw all of Pokemon Frontier, and I think I'm one of the few people that actually liked it. Uh, but uh, the newer ones I haven't seen, especially considering that it was, I punched Digimon, and the other one was, let's get a bunch of Digimon to fuse like Legos. And I was like, yeah, no, I don't think I'm about that life.
What was your favorite episode of each of the seasons you've seen?
Uh,
Is and describe what your favorite part was for it to be your favorite.
God, you're gonna think I'm so lame if I fucking explain this.
Hey,
So, in the original, one of my absolute favorite episodes was near the end of the first arc when they were facing that Devimon, like the and TK and Patamon hadn't digivolved yet, like they just couldn't do it. And just like that moment when the chips were down and it seems all hope was lost, and then the music kicks in as it finally digivolves and it turns into like this hulking angel badass and just like one shots the fucker. I think that was probably one of my favorite episodes as a kid. As for the uh the one where the kids were older, I think one of my more favorite episodes was more about a scene. Well, actually, it was two scenes. It was this scene where TK is facing off against the Digimon ruler, who's basically Kai, like the first human antagonist. They don't have their Digimon with them, and they're exchanging words. Kai gets so pissed off that he decides to whip TK with an actual whip in the face. TK just takes it, brushes it off, and he's like, "When you have nothing to say to retaliate, in response, you just resort to violence, don't you?" And it throws the guy through a loop as TK just starts wailing on the kid. It's like, what the hell? Digimon. That no. Those were my least favorite. Those were my favorite. Yeah. My least favorite parts were because as a kid you were limited to the English dub translation from 4Kids, so having to listen to some of the 4Kids dubbing and the music that they put in, which is like it can be really offsetting. Like there's like this serious scene with like the hero is rising up to challenge it, and normally you think like, oh, they're gonna play like the theme song or something, and 4Kids just starts with, hey Digimon, monster friends to the boys and girls. It's like, what the fuck? This doesn't go with the theme at all. But I've never actually played a Digimon game. But I do know its history enough where, despite what some people think, because it came out a year after Pokemon, people like to say it is a Pokemon clone. Not true. It is a Tamagotchi clone.
Can I ask you a question? What's your favorite
What?
Digimon?
Hmm. Honestly, I probably have to go with Leomon. I like his concept, but if we're going by frontier, it doesn't really matter considering the humans were the Digimon.
Okay, what's your opinion on virtual reality?
I love the idea of virtual reality. I can't wait for it to get to the point where I can go into a video game and not know if I am in a game or if this is reality.
Yeah, this thing goes on the fact of, you know, the VR chat?
Yeah,
Think of it as VR chat but huge. Like, there's full on stuff where you can walk around it, and your body can just sort of like be resting the entire time.
yeah. I mean, ideally, that would be the best scenario for that. Because let's be honest, I think matches in real life would be really anticlimactic if your actual stamina was translated to your game stats, considering that I think most quote unquote MLG players would get winded after like 30 seconds of actual running.
Fair. During this live stream, we will be playing the CyberSleuth story.
Oh no, is the hottie assistant talking? I can't hear her.
I forgot I turned off the audio because the music, despite how low you can turn it, it will be blaringly loud.
And you're worried about the copyright as well?
I've already gotten copyright strikes on YouTube for using it.
I think it
If it's
was the
happened
few.
on YouTube, it's going to happen on Twitch.
Probably. Though again, you can get flagged for some really dumb stuff that they're like, oh, well, this happened, and it's like, point out where in the video it did, and they're like, no, you gotta fix it. And it's like, well, point where the problem is. You fix.
Oh yeah, it's basically a thing where you know what? I'll turn the music off, but I'll turn on the voices so you can actually hear her.
Yay, hottie assistant! We finally get to hear you talk.
Maybe. I don't know if she's going to talk during this next bit or not.
これで選択はなされたわ。あ
Yeah,
と
she
は
doesn't
定
talk
め
in
られた
English.
運命が
She
導
talks
く
in
ままに
Japanese.
お行きなさい。それじゃあね、また物語の中で会いましょう。エンジョイチャットようこそエンジョイチ
From
ャ
her
ット
tone
へ
of voice, she
Chat
seems
room
as
を
unimpressed with
選択し
me
て
as
く
her
ださい。
facial expression seems. We have reached a new age, boys. Even the virtual girls are unimpressed.
パスワードを入力してください。ウェルカム。
For a second there, I thought his like username was Old Man Potato, and then I'm like, we found the best character.
What the heck?
I get the feeling that this is the person that in the horror movie is the one that suggests going to the cabin in the woods where all of those mysterious people were found dead.
She's the one that ran smack dab into a world destroyer. And she tried to get the
Yeah.
candy.
I mean, to be fair, what kind of candy?
Her favorite candy.
But what is it? I might be joining this bandwagon.
It has never been specified as far as I'm aware.
Shit. Whoa, 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 there's not 37 more options.
It's the thing where this was back before the thing with the different gender options. Oh, this is so much cooler than the hacker's memory in sort of like thing going into.
ようこそ電脳空間
Guessing
の
you
楽
mean the
園
game.
エデンへ。エデンはメタバースにおいて革新的な
Now,
サービス
whenever
の
they go
数
into
々を
Eden
提
the
供
first
する
time, they're
新
always
世代
different.
型デジタルコンテンツです。ショッピングから
This
映画など
looks
の
so much
各種エンターテ
cooler.
インメント、企業間の商取引から行政機関の手続きまで、皆様のニーズにお応えし、皆様の生活の一部となるサービスを本日も心を込めてご案内させていただきます。従来のネット、画面上でのやり取りではなく、アバターを介しての直感的なバーチャルリアリティ体験と、最先端の電脳空間サービスを心ゆくまでお楽しみください。エデンは世界をつなぎ未来を紡ぐヒューマンネットワーク、上白エンタープライズが運営しております。
Oh my god, I love how the skirt does a little flitter as you're slowly falling down to land. That is so cute.
Meanwhile, there's just some guy standing around where people like will be coming in, just laying on one of those lounge benches, just looking up like, I can see up the skirts. Fun, it's the best.
Oh yeah, these people are forever stuck here.
Oh, so first it was a Tamagotchi clone, and now it's a Matrix clone.
Pretty much. Do I actually have to interact with all of them?
Like, I can't even be bothered to talk to people in real life. What makes you think I want to push a button and talk to people? Fuck. Actually, the worst part is that I'm actually the person that whenever I get to a new area, the first thing on my list before progressing the actual story is talking to everybody.
Mine is robbing their households in the game.
Well, I'm doing that too, but I'm like multitasking.
This is so much cooler than what they did for the hacker's memory. I had to run around and figure out where to go.
Maybe they dumbed it down because they knew I was going to be here and they were like, whoa, whoa, we can't make it too complicated. He's kind of dumb.
I want to grab the medal first. Shiny things are medals or items. Shiny medals earn my character money. sad that some of the NPCs don't have. Alright. Why is it the first one I go to is the one that I get it from? Despite being very creepy, he's actually very nice. Yeah. Oh, I love this animation. Granted, give me a while and I'll get sick of it. I wish those carousels were rideable.
Like you could go to a shop or something and change it out whenever you got bored of it.
I'm sorry, but the references to Hacker's Memory. Oh my god. It was
He's totally picking up her skirt, by the way, when she was flying by.
I'm willing to bet she has shorts under that skirt.
Ah, どうもどうも。あ、っていうか、私、じゃ、遅いよ。こんな危ない。ブルーボックスは来てますよ。来てます。信じられます？あいつ、そういうとこあんだよ。
In a dangerous place. You're in virtual reality.
白い少年の幽霊？
Oh no, in this
噂
thing
に
you
な
can
ってる
get
だか
hacked
なんだ
and
か
have
知り
your
ません
account
けど。って
stolen.
いうか、電の。
裏飯や。
Wait. So, meet Blue Box, also known as one of the greatest hackers in the game.
ビビり。
Is he the type of like lead hacker that can put all of the jazzing Gandalfs on all the computer screens at the same time?
チキンの。ああ、つーか。初めてだよな。真田新だ。
事故？もう分かっちゃってると思う。なんかイメージ違くない？私もこっちで初めて会った時、ほら、イケメンの無駄遣い？
アホはほう。で、俺らを呼びつけたナビ。その結局、それどころか、一っ子一人いね。
やあやあ、お待たせ。ナビット、これは世界を。
ハッキングだ。俺のウォールを簡単に最近
Well, I
ハッ
look
カー
forward
た
to
ちの間
someone
に出ま
taking clips from this game with Mr.
ああ、
Navi and just
オタ
replacing
クが
them
興味
with
津々だった。
Navi from Legend of Zelda. Just, hey, listen.
特定のやっぱ
じゃあ。
そう言えなくもない。いいじゃん別に。
あれ？アンインストール。
やめとけ。プログラム。苦
I'd rather bring up the fact that yeah, we're kind of stuck here.
これも先へ。
Why would you ever force to lead a Digimon, especially if you get the Poo-Poo-Mon?
My character's going after him. You want to stay by yourself? Stay by yourself. By the way, for the keyboard, V is the button for the menu. Oh yeah. So essentially, it has it where you can save the. So currently speaking on the other game, I went up to chapter 13, and I paused and released the story because I am actually really happy with where I paused it. I have no intentions of continuing that story until after I finish this one, or until I get a pausing point. Because in all honesty, while I do like it, it's become the thing where the next few chapters are just grinds. I had a heart attack there because I thought the computer died.
You hear that, guys? If you want to see the next part after chapter 13, in order to get this series done faster, you gotta smash that like button. You gotta like resub and all that other fun jazz. Get on it if you want the series to continue. Do your part.
That I think a character just got kidnapped in cyberspace.
どうした？僕そっくりの。それなら、そのこの世のものではないと。真相は、僕、安心するといい。君のような。君は、ハッカーの証であるプログラム、いわば、ここには、セキュリティホールを見つけて報告する義足的なもの。他人の財産や個人、本当にいろいろだ。
Do I actually have to choose?
その様子だと、ハッカーを目指すか。だが、君はハッカーに興味を抱いてここまで来て、その結果、だったら、試してみるといい。デジモンと呼ばれるプログラムの。それでいい。君に、ほら。
Oh my god, they're all adorable. Wait a moment. Alright. The mechanical one is good for later on, but is not my interest. The adorable animal one evolves from my knowledge into a possibly really powerful one that allows me to knock people out. Play one is good, but I think the adorable animal one is the way to go.
I'm trying to remember with that line. I know that it is.
Remember
the
the image I sent you?
Huh?
Do you remember the image I sent you? The one with the evolution chart?
Yeah.
Alright, if you look at that, which they're not going to see it because I sent it to you specifically and I'm not showing it on there. On it, if you look correctly, if you look under it, there's certain ones you can get. But also because of how I'm playing it, I am also... Okay, so... I'm thinking for the thing, either the plant or the animal one.
Okay. I just mean like from the shows, like those two have shown up in the shows where the plant becomes the boxing glove, and then a cactus with boxing gloves, and then its ultimate was a pixie that could shoot like a flower
Oh, they have
cannon
a lot
like
more
Sorby.
because you can also de-digivolve them into their lower forms and re-evolve them into higher forms. The ones we are currently looking at, which it's taking me a second to find because it's the plant one and it's the. So these ones would be considered the in training or rookie ones, I believe. No, it's not those. Oh, yeah, it is the rookie ones.
Yeah, the only one on the list that I actually see is the gear one, and it turns into the, like, what looks like a frosted over Poo-Poo-Mon.
Yep. So far, if we go for the Gargomon, it has several of the things, but if we go for the plant one, it has a lot more, which are all really good for the, if it, it's very tempting to go the it's very tempting to go the plant one, because I can do a lot with it, while as the terrier one, I can also do a lot with it, but not the path I want to do with it. So I'm probably going to want to evolve it very quickly. I'm just looking at all its evolutions at the moment.
Do they stay Digivolved, or do they revert like in the show?
They stay Digivolved. And you can choose to divert them. If I choose the terrier one, I can get a lot of stuff. But at the same time, if I want to go the route of having a dark one, I would.
All I remember about the bunny is that it digivolves into a bunny with machine guns on its hands, and then later it gets missiles.
Yeah.
That's all I remember about it.
Also, if I go either the flower or the plant one, I can go into the rose one. Okay, I can be a pixie either way.
Yeah.
So I could choose either or. And
yeah. I don't know if their attacks actually come up or have range, but the plant one is a medium attacker with its poison ivy attack. At least from the show it is.
Yeah. Issue is that I could always, because I do know where they are, so I can come back and get the other one later. Issue, I don't think I can get the flower one early, but I know how to get the one that turns into the other thing really early, and it would be a lot easier to go that route. So definitely the plant one.
I will be right back.
Okay. Oh shit, what is that doing there? After it!
せっかく用意した何デジモンしかし驚いたよ。程度の低いハッカーが追いかいや
I don't want that powerful Digimon, I want to save a
なん
smaller
だって
one.
物好きだな。単なるプログラム通り
Not stopping me.
聞 君がそう
Charge!
まったくとんでも
Oh,
本
he.
当にもいや奇遇だなまあただ見ていればいい
Holy Playone wants to help. That is very adorable.
どうやら君と一緒に戦うつもりらしい随分と手順は狂ったが
Oh, you're adorable.
準備はいいかい
Alright. Shit, it's neutral. As long as it focuses on the dragon, I should be fine.
せーの
Alright, down it went.
私たちの大勝利
You're a little fire, short and stout. Here is your handle, there is your spout. When they dip your
デジモンキャプチャーのスキャンを介さずましてや
over and
なんとも奇妙な光景だともかくそれじゃあ目つきの悪い少年彼なら
I'm back.
そこはかつてエデンの縁その証拠に今はプロテクトでロックされていてそうだな目つきの悪い彼ならなぜ驚くならそういえば僕は言う君が誇り高き扉は
But running to a Digimon all the way over there. Oh, that's the one to go up. I'm telling her.
ていうか、けど、デジモンか。え？凶暴な野良デジモン？奥のエリアにあなたがいる。
Alright, let's go.
よし、いざ勝負！せーの！やったね！完全勝利！
I'm gonna just run with the auto stuff for my little Digimon. I see a chest though. I'm gonna need that health thing.
ほら、かかっておいで。
Not to mention, if I can get a hold of the Digimon market, then I can actually have some really good stuff. Now, suddenly the items that were in this area make sense now.
かかっておいで。みんな、よく頑張ったね。
Always make sure to save before every quest. And save every time you're in the middle of a quest too. You never know what's going to happen.
覚悟してよね。
Let's...
せーの。
Alright.
私たちは
Yes,
無
he's
敵
still
だよ。
alive.
I'm alive, but the Digimon, it killed me. It's too powerful.
君と新た。あれ？なんか。また行こう。
Oh, I get it. He's clipping himself through the walls. No, he himself is a Digimon!
なんだよ。ちくしょう。
ちょっともう。
Oh shit. Time to run.
Well, I've seen enough
なん
hentai
だ
to
あり
know
ゃ。
that this
まさ
could
か
be an issue.
噂で聞いたエーデンのお前らこっちへ走れ。こいつのロックを解除する。おいおい。
Digimon to the rescue!
僕たち。
Guys, this is
Mina,
a free
shoot
Digimon battle now! Time to teach her what Digimon battles are!
Wait, why does she get two?
Because she's Nokia. I'm not joking, that is literally the reason why.
これでも食ら
I'm just gonna switch it to auto mode. This is a pointless battle because until a certain point happens, this thing isn't going to be defeatable. And I do mean that quite literally, it's undefeatable at the moment.
どうしよう。強すぎ。
よし、おい、ノキ。わかんねえのか。お前が逃げおせりゃ。おい。
僕たちを見つけて。
What?
ねえ、ちょっと。
なんだよあいつ。
こら、天下の行動のど。
ああ、不敬さん。
誰が不敬さんだ、誰。ん。面白い姿をしているな、君は。実に興味深い。乗りたまえ。厄介なことになる前に。ああ、ああ、おい、待て、そこの車。止まらねえと逮捕するぞ。こらー。人よりは奇妙な現象に慣れている。こんな現象は初めて見たよ。私の声は聞き取り。それはよかった。そうか。聞きたいことがあるなら。いや、ひょっとすると君の友達も。そうか、友達のことは気にするなとは言えない。ここは仕事で探し物をしていてね。自分で言うのもな。今は中野にある私。君の体は極めてデジタルな状態にある。もしも本当に私が誰か最初に名乗るべきだったが、君の存在があまりにも興味深くてね。私はしがない探。
So what do you think?
I think I like the blonde in the car.
You're gonna hate her coffee. At one point she puts mayo in it. I'm not joking, she actually does.
Alright, well, I will say if her pussy is anywhere as crazy as her taste buds, you're in for a good night then.
なるほど。君が電脳空間からログアウトして出現。エデンへログインした場所。では今こうして私と肉体から精神データが分離してしまい、それとも何らかの理由でいずれにしろ奇妙奇天烈な話。現段階ではまずは君がエデンにログインした場
電脳犯罪事件をはじめ、君の身に起こった怪異的、そして、何依頼、大船に。さて、話を、それよりも何よりも前に、その姿では、じっくりと観察しかし、君は私の声を聞き、つまり、リアル特性を、君の体がデータで構成されているならば、君は、基本的に空論の放置データの中に、問題は、その、こっちよ。
Hello, Palmon. I thought I lost you there for a second. Do I go left or right? Forget, I'm going right. And we attack again. And we're going to take a small... I don't have a way... I just realized I don't... Left or right?
Left.
Alright. I will say this is the coolest thing I've seen. And I haven't seen this actually happen in the other one. Okay, change my character's actual appearance? Is this actually character stuff like this?
Yeah, 私の声が届いたようね。ようこそデジラボへ。
Jesse, your wife
こ
is
こはデジ
back.
タルワールドとかすかに交わる
Hello,
デジモンたちの楽
nurse.
園。
Hate to say this, but I think
私
she
は
actually
ミカ
is
グ
a
ラミレイ。
Digimon nurse.
あなたにこの楽園を解放してあげ
Even
る。
better.
デジタルモンスターラボラト。私は知らないなら時が来れば私があなたが私を呼ん。あなたはデジモンと深く交わり始めている。その運命の交差に私は引き寄せられ、あなたを見つけた。つまり私はあなたに呼ばれたのよ。話はこれくらいにしましょう。まずはここがどういう場所か。
I know what this one is. No. Not in a million years. Oh, wait, hold on. Did you convert anyone? Nope. Not yet. You can buy a bunch of healing items. Oh, and by the way, to be able to leave, I need to talk to the cat. No, this is the one where I can't interact with the cat. No. Oh yeah, you didn't just get one. I think you got multiple, but I may be wrong. Oh, in order to use the thing to do that, I have to press C to use my hacking skills. In order to unlock all of them, I need one of each Digimon type, and I need an electric Digimon.
So they're kind of barring you at the moment.
Oh no, it's the entire thing of you have to get certain Digimon to be able to move on. It's based on your entire skill of whether or not you can do it. And so long as you're not defeated on a story quest, you can come back and redo it. So say you go to the shopping mall where where the blonde's thing is. Right up on the floor above her office. If you go up to the red arcade, you can press the sub button, and you can essentially get like I need to get one of each, but I also need to make sure they're all sort of like very high end, like high level to be able to unlock a bunch of stuff. So I need 4 megas and 1 electric type to be able to unlock everything.
Oh, yes. And Ultimate's the highest you can go, right?
Oh no, you can go even higher. There's the ultimate is the one right below the mega, which is the ultimate. Need to knock her out first. That one. Those ones are going to be. That one's especially going to be a bitch. Good news, because they're so low level, they don't really have a high defense. So I can whack them despite being weak to them. If you could become a Digimon, what Digimon would you be?
Like I have to forever be that line of Digimon, or it's like one of those things where it's like frontiers where you just like become the Digimon for a short period of time.
Oh, you can choose. I'll tell you right now, the most annoying ones are stun, paralyze, and sleep. Sleep will last for 2 rounds. More or less. Well, yeah, no, it just lasts for 2 rounds unless a move to wake them up has activated. And sometimes it'll last longer. Only very rarely, though. And the thing with Paralyze is it's based on the Pokemon thing where it actually rolls a die to see if you can overcome it.
So you might get lucky. So you might get unlucky, but they break out of it right away.
Pretty much. You might get hit with it and you might be able to get out of it immediately. Oh, and boss Digimon of any quest line will automatically be a lot harder than the ones you face, because they will be higher buff, so they last longer. By the way, this game only has casual and hard mode. I'm gonna save really quick just in case her plan doesn't work. I really badly just want to run around for a second. Just grind Palmon to level 10. Don't think we're going to get... Oh, we have to run all the way back.
Hora, かかっておいで。せーの。
But so far, the Digimon we faced, which one is your favorite?
せーの。
No, why did you use your skill on that?
私た
It's
ち
a
の大勝
neutral.
利。
I mean, they've all been like baby so far, and then there was the hentai monster.
Yep. So far, what's your favorite part about this game?
I mean, I like the cute art design and the waifu material.
みんな、行くよ。
You definitely would, wouldn't you?
I mean, at least I'm honest about it.
True.
I'm not like somebody that's trying to like sound more cultured than they are. Like, oh, well, I like the sophistication and the true passion that the team put behind every single design and the gameplay aspects. It's like, yeah. Whereas me, it's like I see anime girls I like, and it looks pretty.
They're doing the most adult thing they can do while keeping it kid friendly. I don't know how I feel about this. Which, by the way, that reminds me, I do want to go to the Digilabs before I go back so I can grab the Digimon that I've earned so far and convert them into Digimon I can train in the background. By the way, I have a limit of how many Digimon I can use. I'm not joking, I actually do.
Oh, you can't just go in there with an army of 100?
Pretty much. I think of it as your computer has a certain amount of storage it can use before it can, like, it has a certain amount before it's used up. This is the same thing, I believe. Or it may just be stuck to, yeah, because see, mine is, my thing is I can have up to 20 uses several memory. Plus, I'm planning to level some of these up. Simply so I can use them as fuel for my next Digimon. Because you can turn the data you get from any Digimon into fuel for more. Plus, they're good meat shields.
Delicious shield. I will be right back.
Oh, damn.
しかし、物理法則に律儀に従っているのは物質
邪魔するよ、京ちゃん。
相変わらず物音一つ立てませんね。 おじさん。
Oh, I'm gonna wait here just because this is the best moment to do like point this out. This is the best moment. Like, meet the detective, guys. I absolutely love his hat. I like his outfit. I'm gonna go check on my dad real quick, but just enjoy the appearance of these two. Hello? I saw the flash from in my room and wanted to double check to make sure you're wearing your sunglasses. Yeah, it's you. Love you. Alright, I am back.
おっとすまん。またやっちまったか。
それと、その呼び方もいい加減改めてもらえません。
京ちゃんこそいい加減諦め。いくつになっても。
それで、いつからそこに？
今来たところだが。ああ、先客が。
いえ、この子は。
おお、では。
紹介しておこう。父の代からの付き合いでね。旧知の仲だ。信頼も。
見かけによらずと思っただろう。ま、実際のところ見かけ通りのでなきゃ探偵ってのはうさんくさい連。おっと、出現。
それで何か事件ですか？今おいしいコーヒーを入れて。
いやいい、今日は依頼じゃない。エデン症候群の件で少し気になる噂を
聞かせていただきます。この子なら大丈夫。それにある種の話を聞かせ。
そうか。話ってのはエデン症。おっと、未来の。
お願いします。
エデン症候群ってのはエデンを利用中のユーザー。年々患者数は増えているが原因。セントラル病院にはエデン症候群が妙に情報統制が厳しくて上白のイメージダウンになるのを恐れて今回の件も噂。近くセントラル病院の
背後。
ああ、セントラル病院は発症患者の増加、症状の重篤化傾向。九段の病院で人の出入りが激しくなっている。これは何かある。
ようやくですね。
ああ、やっとだ。
やはり。
おっと、悪いが乾杯はまた。君、京ちゃんの入れたコーヒーには気をつけろ。特に色と固形物にはな。ほら、いつか京ちゃんそいつはシャレになんねえよな。
聞いての通りだ。エデン症候群絡みの生きた情報は手に入る。そしてエデンで異変が起き異常な状態の君。これは偶然？いな、必然。私はこれからセントラル病院。君もぜひ君の状態に関する求めよ。いや、
Guess he's missing out on another waifu. Hey, Dad.
I'm a Barbie girl.
Why? Why are you like this? Why?
I come back to why are you like this? What happened?
My dad decided to start is passing by and decided to start singing "I'm a Barbie Girl."
Oh.
By the way, you missed a waifu, and you missed a lot of shit.
No, that's what I get for having bodily functions that require me to go to the bathroom.
I tried to hold off, but we lost a viewer in the process.
Oh, he was in it for the
Yeah.
waifus too. He's a true man of culture.
みんな行くよ
I know.
Now if you explain to them, I'm 6'8", bald head, look like I'm about to rip your head off and shit down your throat.
私たちの大勝利
Barbie song as I'm walking down a hallway. That would be a different aspect. What do you think?
True. By the way, did you just hear what my dad said?
Not really. It didn't come in very clearly.
He's very tall, a little bit below 7 foot.
行くよ
Okay.
He's bald,
Okay.
and what was your words?
I'm an ex-biker.
He's an ex-biker. He's a bald ex-biker.
All right.
And he just walked past, going into the bathroom, singing "I'm a Barbie Girl."
No. He doesn't understand the true flex. If you want to do stuff like that, is you don't sing it. Is that you start having a casual conversation with the lyrics, like just going, "Hey, I'm a Barbie girl in a Barbie world.
You're saying that's not
Life
a
in
big
plastic?
enough flex?
It's fantastic."
He says you should be using the lyrics as if it's a conversation.
Oh, okay. Good enough. At least I didn't go, I'm a virgin. I'm a virgin. That's right.
Don't call him the puppy. He said you have a point, and then he started singing "I'm a Virgin" as he walked out of the bathroom.
Well, I mean, at that point, you are my fire, my one desire. Believe when I say that I want it that way.
I'm gonna save right here just in case something happens. Because I get a game over if I fail.
Like it hard, it just goes, fuck you?
Pretty much. Wait, what?
Huh?
Well, we found out what's happened to the ones with EDM syndrome. Look at the stream. You see that redhead?
Yeah, that's her.
Pretty much.
Who makes an avatar that looks like themselves? Even when I'm
Oh
in
no,
VR
the
chat, it looks
entire.
like Genji.
So the entire thing is this VR has it to where it scans your body and basically you're forced into an avatar of yourself. And if you want an avatar that looks different from your normal self, it's
どうして
illegal.
ここは関係者以外どうやって入ったの？
I don't see that being a popular function or mechanic. In fact, I see a lot of people staying away from that.
ひょっとしてそうエデン症候群について何か質問誤解しないでください。私はこの患者最近運ばれてきた患者です。この人そう治った私が知っている人ででも待つしかない。どうなるってそれ以外の症状はそれは上白もそのためにこうしてエデンのせいでなんとかしなきゃ。
会話の弾んでいる。
こんにちは、警備。
リエ
警備員さんのたくましい。ああ。
岸辺理恵、上白の上役。必要な情報は手に入れた。おっと。では、ロビーで。
隠れて。
Oh yeah, meet the lady that's part Digimon.
ゆうこちゃん。
リエさん、今日はどうしたんですか？入室。
Which part of her is the Digimon and which part is the human?
No one knows.
大
He is
好きな
actually
ゆ
a
うこちゃんの
Digimon.
顔が
He's also a human.
突然見たくなっちゃった。
Well, I'm
私は
willing
一
to
人でい
find
るの
out
が
for
心配なんで
science.
すか？
And if you
なんか
agree,
で
boys,
ほら
smash that like and
別
subscribe
に
button.
You know, why couldn't we have just jumped?
こうピクニック。それともあそこの部屋。
My character can disappear and reappear.
But is she disappearing and reappearing, or is she teleporting?
There's a terminal right there.
このリエをね手っ取り足。なんだでもゆうこちゃん私なそれじゃあ本命の私たちがそろ
あの人。
This is Yuko. Yuko is one of the waifus.
Is Yuko the part Digimon, or the
Yuko's
with
a normal
a couple
human.
more years she'd be a big tit goth GF?
I think it's the second one.
みんな行くよ
Emphasis on the word think. Once I get them to evolve, I'll see which ones they can evolve into. Sometimes the back button isn't enough when I run into stuff like this and I have to press the side button. That was a waste of a combo. If I can get a memory up by the time I get them to, before I can get them to evolve, I'll be able to be boosted significantly.
自分の体を体外離脱現象の君はエデン症候群のそれが分かっただけでも調査は焦ってはいけない。ただひたすらに粘り強く鉄頭鉄尾堅固な黒金のごとき忍耐力で当たれ。父の言葉だ。さて本題だが、君はこれからどうするつもりかな。元の体に戻りたくはない。依頼には安心しなさい。君の能力は期待している。よし、契約成立だな。君はコーヒーを入れてこよう。
I mean, with a body like that, she can use me how she wants. Yeehaw!
海ぶどうつぶあんコーヒー。私の自信作だ。
I want you to read that and look at the image of the cup. You ready?
Seaweed and red bean paste coffee, my specialty.
見かけも芸術。では。
Oh god, this is one of the moments where you... Can I just point out it black screens on us whenever we drink the coffee?
Well, like I said, if her pussy is half as crazy as her taste buds, you're in for a great night.
Blues are the smaller ones that are just territory disputes, yellows are the side quests, and reds are the ones that are story based. If you continue with the reds, then you're going to face the thing of if you fail during any of those, oh yeah, they always start you off at a shop quest. Just to teach you how to use it. Oh yeah, this is her booth too, but you can't use it in Hacker's Memory. Can I bring the cat with me? Wait, does that mean I can bring a digital copy of someone with me?
Oh, the things that one could do with a digital copy of someone else, especially since they've been introducing quite a few waifus.
Let me begin by showing you the Coliseum game.
No, please don't. I'm still scarred from Pokemon Coliseum for the N64.
Relax, it's fine. It's basically just a tool you can use to grind EXP and levels. You can lose as much as you want on it, and you gain experience every time you fight. But you have to revamp with them because your SCP will not refill.
I'm still waiting for the announcer to show up, just to be like, he was knocked out in a one-hit wonder.
Despite being multiple hits.
Yeah.
みんな行くよ
It's biding its time. It's still biding its time.
It has been biding its time for quite a while.
どんどんつなげてせーの
That could have been taken care of with a simple punch. Again, no, I'm not using my live stream thing at the moment because this was a last minute live stream.
So no one's actually watching right now?
No, it's the entire thing of I don't have my stream overlay up.
Okay, but you are still recording. Okay.
Oh, I'm still live streaming.
Okay.
I just don't have the overlay up.
Okay.
There are currently 2 people. Wait, let me double check that.
どんどんつなげて
There are currently 2 people watching.
Are you being raided?
Not yet.
どんどんつなげて
Actually, I kind of like the idea that one person actually turned up because they were really interested in Digimon. Then they heard me talking. They're like, "No, it's not worth it. I'm out." And that's
Oh
why
no,
he
they left
left.
as soon as you left.
Oh.
みんな行くよ
Oh no, they got one-eye monsters.
This is one of the times where if you keep running into a wall over and over, you will sooner or later either grind the wall down or knock the wall over. So it's one of the things where you take the most grueling battle and you
せーの
keep doing it over and over again, and because of that, slowly it takes less and less time, or it slowly takes longer and longer time until you defeat it, and then the amount of time it takes to defeat it lessens and lessens every time.
みんなよく頑張ったね
They have both reached their max level.
ほらかかっておいで
Nice. Does that mean that they're gonna digivolve now?
Oh, not in the battle, I have to digivolve them in the Digilab. And any of the stuff that does the status effect removals things actually heals you. Oh, and the control buttons are the options and start button. So you have to press control whenever you want to choose the options button. Also allows you to go to the main menu, and I mean where you can choose to continue or do a new game.
よく頑張ったね。
文句あっ
This is
か
the
こ
final
ら
Digimon.
もうダメ。
You know what, screw it, I'm just gonna leave it in auto mode. Let's see how long it takes.
Whoa! He did over 500 damage!
もうダメ。
Yes, he did. He fought very well. And he almost defeated the champion on his own. God damn it, I can't go to Digilab and Digievolve. Wait, what was I doing again?
You were showing off the shopping mission trip?
Oh, I gotta go buy beans. Where do I buy beans?
At the soup store!
And apparently I have gone the wrong way. Time to explore this entire mall. In short, you be right.
Beans, beans, the musical fruit. The more you eat, the more you toot. The more you toot, the better you'll feel, so eat beans with every meal.
You be right. Oh, there. Oh, hi, Nokia.
ああ、てかまあそりゃそうか。けど嘘、覚えてない？こんのはちょっと心配。はあ、大事な時になると君にも嫌な思いす。あ、へえ、電脳探偵になは別にいいけど、まあハッカーにてかハッカーだよ。新た、なんかちょっとへこむな。こういう時は
Where do we go now? Apparently we just searched this entire thing for beans. That is our sole purpose at the moment. Oh, wait, hold on. Do I buy beans here? No, that is too much for metal. I'm not even getting my money back. Metals are not worth that much. I have no honest clue where I should go. Back to check out the bottom floor. Do I have to leave this map? Okay, time to ask everybody. I'm gonna talk to the lady outside of the thing. Hello, lady. Are you? Where do I go to get this? Oh, by the way, what they mean by bonus content is if you get the complete story game, you wind up earning some bonus content.
Oh, okay.
And you can basically earn some Digimon. And I hated how they did it. As much as I would like to say I loved it, I felt they could have done better.
Oh.
Like, there was so much they could have done, and it feels like they partially ruined the game that way.
It was almost like day one DLC, but it was more of a only if you complete the game all the way through and find all 1,000 secret acorns.
No, it's one of the things where I would have just loved a reskin, or being able to run into some of the old characters from the anime. Or something like that where you could fight them.
Yeah, punch tie.
But instead we get Digimon, fully evolved Mega Digimon. Because while it's really cool, it's also the thing of I would have preferred being able to fight the old Digimon masters. Like, they made it to where we could finally fight Red and Blue in Pokemon. I was extremely happy about that, especially when they expanded it to all the other champions. It's something I wish they would actually have done with this.
さて、反電脳体の君、新宿で君のことが噂になっ、その間私、又吉刑事にも、それと、一つ、君の母、親御さんが仕事で長期海外、君が倒れたと聞いて、帰国しようとしていたところを、君からも連絡して、親御さんの様子、安心したようでな。親御さんの件は君に一。では、行動。
I'd like to have actually interacted with that character. Wait, hold up. Look at the image icon. We actually have a mother image for our character.
We have... Wait, what?
You can know. That's the character's mother. There's actually a mother character that has an actual name with a proper icon, and she's not wearing the the anime Death Mother haircut, if you get what I mean.
Yeah. I mean, we might need to see pictures of the father, because otherwise, this kid might be adopted. Just saying.
It's also the entire thing of the grandparents could have had this sort of like hair color and eyes.
I mean, it's possible. But it's I'd still rather see like the dad first before making any base judgments or assessments.
True.
強いて問題を資金や刺激にしても初めて見たぜ。あの後運営に問い合わせてどう考えたってどうにも気になるん。少なくとも公式のまあそれはまたそ
You know, I'm wondering why your character isn't bringing this up to clearly the hacker, who would probably know more.
お前こんなところで何やってるんだよ。海外なんつう絶対たく最近四六時中地味犬地味家じゃずーっと地味犬つうかお前だよお前電脳なあさくらおいさわさわうわ今つうかお前バンドだよバンドまあ曲とにかくお前送別会けどまあそういうこ
I feel like they were nobodies that were given a face. I'm pretty sure one of them's about to die. Oh yeah, lady with the apron right here is the bonus content creator.
その様子なら。ところで話は変わるが、現在君のアカウントはそのためコネクトジャンプで侵入できるとしても、不正なアカウント扱いではそのような状態では。さて、仕事の時間。約束した時刻。ようこそ。
失礼します。
おう
いえ。はい。
では、依頼内容。
はい。
Future Goth, Big Tit Goth GF.
父が
消えた。
行方不明にな探偵さんには消えてはい。ですが、その中でアカウント情報を問い合わせると
呼びかけても応答。
全く父を。
わかりました。お引き受けします。ではすぐに調査を。連絡先を教えて。
いえ、それでは。
なるほど。山科誠の結論から言えば、アカウントの動きに不自然な。最近巷を賑わしているアカウント。君にはまずアカウントの乗っ取りはエデンで聞き込み調査をすれば出番だ。
Okay. I'm gonna check out all the Eden areas before I move on to the non-Eden areas. Or the cool one. Okay, and nothing here. Last area before we can it's just a hop, skip, and a jump. Nope, on to cool one. I'm going for the Gotuso one. Screw it, I want the neutral line. I like Woodmon the best.
He looks like the type of guy that would be making like wood puns in the middle of a fight.
If I drop him off on the island, I can make him level himself up.
Ah, neat. Would he be able to like digivolve himself there too if you kept him there long
No,
enough?
it's the entire thing of once he gets able to Digi-evolve, I'll get a message that, hey, one of your Digimon is at max level, you can evolve them now.
Oh, okay.
So I can run back and do that. Look at oh, I'm laughing because it says baby CyberSleuth. Should I run through or should I just go back? Because if I run through, I'm gonna get encounters. But if I run back, I'm not going to. Hey Jesse, do you have a type?
Pardon?
You know what I mean. Do you have a type?
Um, I'm trying to think if I have an actual type based off of who I've been with.
The gothy
I mean,
ones in dark clothing?
I mean, yes, but I've also gone for the redheads. More than quite a few were generously endowed in the chest. uh, I'm trying to think if I have an actual type because they all had very different personalities. Why do you ask?
Very confused on where I need to go. Let's go visit Morel because I asked the questions, I got my answers. Where do I go now? Oh, I have to. Okay, yeah, I get what I gotta do now. I gotta go into Kolwan and just. I gotta go get the elevator. I really do like this place, though. I wish there was more to it that we could actually do. Is he okay?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm just mostly trying to figure out if I have a type and why the question was even raised.
I was curious because so far, it's always been some sort of color with either has some sort of black on it or has some sort of reddish color on it.
What has?
Pink. Technically, purple would count.
No, but I mean, like, what exactly were you looking at that had like the pink and the black?
So far, the ones you've been interested have all had some sort of pink and black thing on it.
Minna, 行くよ。
Yeah, neutrals are really good since technically, while they aren't really something that can be fought, it isn't really something they can be sort of like weak against, but they can be super strong against some.
I always find it funny when you see like in anime people squatting like that one guy is, because it looks like he's trying to push out a shit while just like in the middle of the street.
Oh yeah, I found out what that's actually about. It's actually a term of
みんな、行くよ。
exercise where you have the person do it over and over again, and it's in fact a very cruel and unusual punishment. You actually gain more mental control over a person the longer you have them do it.
So they're self-torturing themselves.
They're told that it's an exercise that's supposed to help them get stronger, and you can probably tell where it goes from there, where it changes from being helpful to manipulative.
Right. Yeah, because I'm just saying, it looks like they're like trying to shit their pants while they're doing it. It doesn't look intimidating at all.
Oh yeah, it's not.
みんな、行くよ。
One of the things is So far, I'm also running around grabbing this stuff. It basically feels like Pokemon Mystery Dungeons.
ほら、かかっておいで。
Wait, like Pokemon Mystery Dungeon?
Yeah, with the chests and all that, but also the entire thing of, instead of the Pokemon typings, you have these. And there's only really 4 types you really have to master, and that's the basic rock, paper, scissors thing, and then the, well, you can guess.
Can I pull out the gun in rock, paper, scissors? Because gun always wins.
I mean, you can if you want to. Also, every time you see one of those things, like right up there in the corner, it's a good idea to save.
ほら、かかっておいで。
Do you want to know why?
みんな、よく頑張
Why
った
is
ね。
that?
Because it usually means either a big boss or a big event area is going, and your choice could be the life or death of your character, or decide whether or not you get into a fight.
Get into the fight, beat him up.
Nah. Besides, if I get into the fight now, I'm not gonna have enough resources afterwards to be able to beat the big guy.
どんどんつなげて。
Oh, by the way, I suggest doing Hacker's Memory first, then the normal story, as if you go in that route, you unlock a bunch more stuff than you would in Hacker's Memory. Because Hacker's Memory isn't actually seemingly affected at all by the first game.
行くよ。
Oh, this is the first time for you too. It's been a while. Let's deal with little S1. You heard me.
I did.
みんな、よく
Oh,
頑張
we
った
went
ね。
up a viewer. There's you were back and came back.
He heard I had returned, and then he was like, okay, I guess I'll put up with him. For now, but he's on thin ice.
See, the Digimon I put in the farm has now gone up to max.
み
I'm
んな、
thinking of dropping this back Digimon off there as well.
どんどんつなげて。
Since by all means, I'm not really going to use it, and I'd probably like to just be able to keep one to where I have one of each of the attributes. Especially if I make it go into the electric typing. Because there's the typing and then there's the attributes. Yeah, so I'm going to visit these people really quick. Drop off my back Digimon. One Tokyomon. Oh my god, it's adorable! What do you evolve into? I already know what you're going to be.
Oh, come on. Digivolve too? Digimon!
So that back Digimon that I just threw in there, it's going to be turned into the Lunamon I want.
Okay.
Reason being is because I saw the line and I have the memory flashback of it. because it's actually really good what it evolves into. But I'm going to have to de-digivolve it and re-digivolve it multiple times.
あこんな場所にのこのこ現れ
I see.
無限にワン
What's
ナッ
your
プす
end
ん
goal
ぞ
with it, though?
新顔かいへえやる約束だとほらあれがメフィス乗っ取ったアカウントはおうもう行っちゃうのかいちょっぴり決まっちゃって
赤う、も
ちょ君メフ
もう
お落ち着いてください
おでんよごキラキラよこで
Oh yeah, it's going to kick our ass.
I will point out that that's the Digivolved form of that arena guy that beat you.
Not always, because they have multiple Digiforms.
ください
I'm gonna have him keep his guard up.
あ
ください
Okay, no, you guard up. You skill headbutt.
そりゃ
You this skill.
あ
You item.
これを使っ
Drop the item on that one.
もうダメそりゃ
Skill. Let's grab a SCP capsule or SP capsule. You revive.
ください
Well, since you asked
これを使って
me, and because it'll be a fun distraction to this important battle, do you have a type then?
と
I have no clue.
The plan didn't work. She powered through the question. She's
これを使って
unbeatable.
ください
That's what the need for sleep does to you.
そりゃ そりゃ
Any damage at this point is good damage. I just need to get low enough to bounce this. Bye bye. Oh, I got my memory up now.
はあなるほど
Just about
デジ
everybody
モンをコレ
leveled
ク
up.
ションする人間がいる人間のアカウント上しかし刺激していたはずのデジモンに精神現実世界における影響を確認しておきデジモンが集めていたアカウントはご苦労だった主従の関係はそう思わないか山科誠の現住所もすでに その過程で入手した家族。依頼人、山科、やはりと言うべきか。ん？君にはとにかく、失踪中の山科ま。
He doesn't have a daughter.
Wait, what?
はい、
こんにちは。
そうですが。
いえ、実は。
え？
では、山科誠。この近くで行方不明者が出たらしい。
行方不明になっ。
そうですか。
あいにくだが。
娘さんは今。
パパ？
ああ、帰ってきたか。これが娘のチカです。
うん。
いや、
あなたたち。
それがこの
行方不明
だそうです。
いえ、おかげで必要なところで山科さん。
エデン？
しかしご安心を。ん？
いいから早く帰って行こうパパ。
その分山科誠の本当のとなると、あの依頼人語った理由についてだが、依頼人が大いに興味をそそられる。そして気になる。まあそれ依頼人はまたさ。
どうも。
来たか。どうぞソファーへ。と以上。アカウント狩りには山科誠は行方不明でも何でもなく。では今回の
はい。また来ます。
She clearly wanted to do it for a reason. I'm not going to push her into it.
いつでもどうぞ。上白優子。
Well, I'm gonna stop and end here.
Sounds good. I'm getting pretty tired myself.
Yep. So guys, that was Digimon CyberSleuth. Hope you guys enjoyed. So, who should we raid?
We shall raid the pantry because we're hungry.
Say that again.
We should raid the pantry because we're hungry.
Possibly. Hold on, is there actually a Twitch streamer called Pantry? That would be awesome. Question to you: St. Jude or Minecraft?
What was that?
Saint. What's up?
I didn't hear what you said.
Alright, give me a second. St. Jude or St. Jude or Minecraft?
What's St. Jude?
It's basically a thing. It's basically a charity.
What are they playing for the charity?
They're currently playing Tom Clancy's The Division 2.
Minecraft.
Alright. So, let's go raid the Minecrafter.
Woo!
Give me a second while I pull up Minecraft. Alright, we are going to be raiding Phantom Limb 520. Sound good to you guys?
Let's take his other limb.
Alright. In 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go raid.
Yeah. I actually have to admit, I have never. I know that they came out with like 3 Hobbit movies, and I haven't seen all of them.
And we are ending the stream here.
Hello, hello.